Hi, my name is Gary Lanham. I'm the team leader of the Gary Lanham Group at Coldwell Banker Fort Lauderdale Beach office. And welcome to Tuesdays with Gary. So Nancy Corey, the Executive Vice President of Coldwell Banker Southeast, said, Gary, I would like you and the Gary Lanham Group to do something different for the consumers, for the realtors in Southeast Florida. And here we are. We're working hard and diligently to make sure you continue to stay connected to today's real estate market. And as we go forward, we've been doing a lot of pre-recorded videos in the past, but now we're going to try to have more live sessions. And I see that lots of my agents on my team are here. Hey, Juan, thanks for joining us. Thank you, Eileen. Good to see you. I really appreciate you being here. And we're going to cover a couple of topics today. But as we get into the topics, I first want to kind of acknowledge my team because today we kind of got some really great news. The COVID virus is going on. There's doom and gloom all around us, but people are still buying real estate. They're still selling real estate, and they're still leasing real estate. So today we had some statistics released from Coldwell Banker, and I believe we have that slide. And basically, this slide demonstrates the top 25 teams and total closed units for the month of March. And of course, it starts with the Zeta group in Miami. And we're also on the list. If you go down the top 25 at number 8 spot. Now, this would not be possible without the team that I have. I've got Eileen Mulkey, who's a forensic appraiser. I've got Juan Cabrera, who's a multilingual residential realtor. I've got Roxana Camber, who also is a multilingual residential realtor. I've got Hope Jackson, who deals in the condo and luxury market. I've got Chadler Williams, who's my millennial, who also deals with residential sales to first-time home buyers. So without my team, we couldn't do it. And I want to thank you for all the help you've given us, because that allows us to provide better services and better quality services to the customers we serve. And as a part of that service, we like to provide education. So today we're going to talk about some open house information as regards to the COVID virus and how to properly and effectively show an open house. First slide, please. Coldwell Banker has come up with some instructions that when we show a property, that we will display a front door sign so that everybody can clearly see that if you or anyone wanting to see this property have been diagnosed with COVID-19, have been exposed to someone who has or is exhibiting symptoms such as fever, cough, trouble breathing, please do not enter this property. We'd be happy to schedule a showing at another time, but will please follow these instructions before entering the property. We also want to kind of help you with the kind of guidelines and instructions we're going to be giving to our customers with the next slide. So we know that when we enter into a property that we want to protect the safety of the property at all costs. So the first thing we're asking our customers to do is to remove their shoes. Yes, now some agents have taken the activity of actually spraying the bottom of somebody's shoes with alcohol or Lysol, but we'd like for you to remove your shoes. And we'd also like, in the Gary Lanham Group, we will provide booties that are easily to be obtained at Home Depot. It's like a contractor's booty. You actually take your shoe off, you put the booty on, you walk into the house, you take no excess germs into the house, and you're able to tour the house. And as we go through the house, we like the next slide to make sure that they do not touch anything, and be sure to use a sanitizer, and then don't touch anything in the home. So as you walk through the home, we will have cupboards open, we'll have closets open, we'll have oven doors open. We'll have all doors open to every room of the house so that you don't have to touch anything, and we can keep as sterile an environment as we possibly can. So it's important to us that we make sure that we ensure the safety of all buyers and that we maintain the safety of all of our sellers. And in so doing, we're also looking at some other opportunities where we might be able to help make things a little bit safer. And if there are any realtors looking today, I would like to get your opinion of this as we move forward, because we've been looking at something called an ozone treatment provider. So we know that a lot of gyms in Fort Lauderdale and around the country and around the world, for that matter, ozone to pipe into a facility. Now, if you look at the information about what ozone does to an environment, it will destroy 99% of everything that you see in this circle. We see chemicals, pesticides, medications, odors, smoke odors, for example, taste, tannins, iron, sulfur, lead. And if you look at the left-hand side, it can also 99% destroy bacteria, viruses, and cysts. Now, I am not here to say that an ozone machine will, in fact, destroy COVID-19. But what I am here to tell you is that ozone will help purify the air in a home. And if you've ever been in a home where an ozone machine has run, you will see and you'll actually smell the difference. Now, the way it would work if you're listing a property, for example, is that if you had an ozone machine, they have timers on. You could take the ozone machine in the day before the showing request. You set the timer of the ozone machine, which is typically an hour and a half to 2 hours, set the 2 hour mark, and then you just turn the machine on. The machine automatically disconnects and turns off at the end of 2 hours. Now, do not enter the house at that point because now the house is filled with ozone. And we read in our research that basically it takes 3 hours for the house to purify itself and to release the ozone level. So if you do this the day before a showing, you run an ozone machine, it automatically cuts off, you go through the night, and then you schedule your showing for late morning or early afternoon. When you enter the house, to make sure to open all the doors, the cabinetry, the closets, the stove, the refrigerator, so that your buyers can see everything, the house will be fresh and clean as new. So we know that we can't go in with our customers, right? So we make the house available to the customers so that they can go up with their agent, and the customer goes in without the agent into the house to review the property. We do ask that the buyer's agent accompany their buyers because we do think the buyer's agents are responsible for helping us maintain the safety of our properties. So when the buyers are done with the showing, they come out, they meet their agent, they go and chat somewhere, maintaining social distancing of at least 6 feet apart. And the listing agent, either myself or somebody on my team, then goes back into the house. They turn up all the lights, the power, they shut the doors, they shut the refrigerator, they shut the oven doors, they make sure the house is secure. And as a final touch, they hit the ozone machine one more time. Again, we want to take care of any germs or bacteria that have arrived in the house as a result of the showing. Then that agent can feel assured that the timer will go off in 2 hours, the machine will be cut down, and the agent is free to lock up the house and then go on to their next daily task in their business day. So again, this is something we're considering, and we would like to know if other realtors out there are using something like this. I know that there are companies out there. One that comes to mind is Drytech to the rescue. My good friend Maxine Gomez runs that company, and they have a similar service where they can go in and spray a house and do essentially the same thing as an ozone machine, probably better. But if any of you are using ozone machines, if you could please give us some feedback, because we want to continue to be the leader in listing houses and making them safe places for our sellers and also for our buyers. So I want to just talk about those guidelines today and also kind of tell you some things about the state of the market and what we're doing as a group, the Gary Lanham Group at Coldwell Banker right now. So I want to go with the next slide, which is a demonstration of MLS data. And basically what I've done is I've looked at the data for the last 7 days, but I do this on a daily basis, and I do it on a weekly basis. So what I pulled up here are the last 7 days, and I want to call to your attention the first line, which is the green line, which are new listings on the market. I then want to bring you right down to the closed sale line, which is the light blue line, and it looks like for the last 7 days, closed sales have exceeded new listings on the market. So what does that tell us? That tells us that we're going low on inventory, and that we need more inventory in order to present to the buyers because we know the buyers are going into the market. So with less inventory, what do you think happens in the world of supply and demand? Less inventory means that prices can be maintained, if not go up. So again, I think it's important information for you to glob onto if you're a realtor. And it certainly, as a consumer, it's important information for you to ask your realtor about the status of the market in terms of MLS data, daily statistic. Eileen, thanks for your comment on the ozone machine. We're trying to do our best, and thanks for helping keeping us the best. So in closing, I want to just share with you what we're doing with that data and how we're managing our day-to-day operations. And I've asked all my agents to simply pick up their cell phone and to not just call our customers, but I want my agents to call every single person in their cell phone. That means family, that means friends, that means realtors, that means prospects, that means customers. And you know what? Let's don't talk to them about real estate. Let's talk to them about, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you getting outside to do some exercise? Are you able to go to the store to get food? Basic necessities of life, because we know that in the end, kindness is what will prevail. And we know that by being kind and helpful to other people, it will always give back more to us. So call people in your contact base to check on their overall well-being. Be the leader in your community. Be the realtor who stands out with your customers. And please, let's help other people. I really want to thank you today for joining me. I'm Gary Lanham. I'm the team leader of the Gary Lanham Group at Coldwell Banker, Fort Lauderdale Beach office. Please call me with any questions, or if you need any information, please feel free to tap me or any of my team members. That's Eileen Mulkey, Juan Cabrera, Hope Jackson, Chandler Williams, and also Roxana Camber. And until then, until next Tuesday, we'll see you again. Thank you so much for today. Bye-bye.